Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
And we're going to start right here at 5 with all eyes on ExactTrack 4D radar. As you can tell, there is a lot of green on the screen right now. And we got temperatures in the low 40s, so uncomfortable for people who are stuck outside in the elements.
That's right. And we're talking about the possibility of a few flakes, too. So let's get right over to Kim Adams off the top here. This is going to stick around for a while, Kim.
For the next few days at least, we're expecting mostly rain, but tomorrow morning and maybe even through the early afternoon, we could see a few wet snowflakes mix in. But right now, temperatures are well above freezing in the mid-40s at City Airport, 42 at Metro, 41 in Ann Arbor. As we look at ExactTrack 4D radar, it's mostly just rain across the area. Now, this looks like an area of heavy rain. It's actually not. Interesting, this is called bright banding, which means the radar beam is hitting right at the freezing level. So there are wet snowflakes falling, but then they melt at a certain level before they hit the ground. So we do have quite a bit of cool conditions out there right now. There is snow to the north in Marquette. They're under a winter storm warning. They expect anywhere between 12 to 18 inches of snow. And then Fort Wayne also getting some snow showers as well. But around here, we'll see that rain just taper off tonight. Temperatures will drop down through the upper 30s by midnight tonight. And then after we get through the next couple of days, how about 70s again? Yes, we have snow and 70s all in the same 7-day forecast. I'm going to show it to you coming up.
Michigan.
Wild. All right, Kim. All right, we now need to get to breaking news out of Macomb County, which is where a Ray Township veterinarian has been charged with a count of misdemeanor animal cruelty.
And that charge comes after video emerged of a dog being choked. The prosecutor's office says the dog was not injured in the attack and had bitten a child and a puppy. The phone that recorded the incident is now being reviewed by deputies. Our other top story here at 5, Detroit police say they've arrested a man wanted in a string of assaults on campus at Wayne State.
58-year-old Frederick Barnett charged with a count of 4th-degree criminal sexual conduct and 4 counts of assault and battery. Victor Williams live on this story tonight. The victims here, Victor, are just teenagers.
Oh, yeah, just between the ages of 18 and 19. And when you think about furthering your education, this is the last thing you think you'd have to worry about.
I kind of find it shocking that it was able to happen to so many people.
Wayne State students in disbelief that 58-year-old Frederick Barnett is accused of randomly assaulting multiple young ladies on campus.
He walked up and engaged them in conversation, and then he would begin to hug on them and just, kind of a tight hug, and in some cases he gave him a kiss on the cheek.
Campus Assistant Police Chief Patrick Saunders says back on October the 10th, Barnett sexually assaulted 5 women between the ages of 18 and 19 over the span of 2 hours in multiple locations on campus. After an investigation, he was identified and arrested the same day.
There was an incident where he was hugging on the person and then reportedly touched the inside of her leg and thigh area.
He's been charged with 4th-degree criminal sexual conduct, along with 4 counts of assault and battery. He's been given a bond worth $5,000 for each assault and battery charge, and a bond worth $10,000 for the criminal sexual conduct charge. He's due back in court on October the 24th.
I'd say I have to start agreeing with how they want to make these like staff and student-only buildings rather than public buildings.
Now, if able to bond out, Barnett must wear a GPS tether. He's also not allowed to step foot on campus right here at Wayne State University either. Victor Williams, Local 4.
All right, Victor. The city of East Point is going to be handing out water filters later this week after several water tests came back with elevated levels of lead.
The 18 parts per billion result does not violate the Safe Water Drinking Act, but it hits what's known as an action level. Sean Lay is live tonight with this story and what residents need to know. And Sean, we should point out that this doesn't involve the entire city.
It doesn't. This was a sample, guys, of 30 homes, water tested in 30 homes. 5 of those homes came back for that action level of lead. We're going to explain what that action level actually means. There is lots of new good information here if you're in East Point at East Point City Hall that you can pick up. The most important piece of information, you mentioned it, getting a water filter, and we're going to show you how you can get one. An alert this afternoon from the city of East Point to its 13,556 water customers. Water samples were collected from 30 homes that have lead service lines. 5 of those homes in that sample exceeded what is known as the action level for lead in the water. An action level is not a health-based standard, but a level that does trigger additional actions that include increased investigative water sampling, educational outreach, and drinking water filters. Wednesday, East Point will have a drive-through water filter handout at East Point Department of Public Works from 3 until 7. October 26th, the city will host a lead safety open house and will have water filters on hand. And until then, you can reduce your exposure to lead in the drinking water right now. If you do not have a lead service line, it's recommended you run your water for 30 seconds up to 2 minutes. If you know you're on a lead service line, run your water for 5 minutes to flush the line. The Michigan Department of Health recommends every household use a certified lead filter to reduce lead in the water and make baby formula or cook with filtered water. Catherine Corbett will not be grabbing a water filter. She already filters her water just to be safe. You filter your water?
Yes, I do, before I drink it, yeah.
She has a Brita filter, water filter. I just looked up on their website. They say, Brita, that their device filters out 99% of lead. Again, filters here, handed out for free at the Department of Public Works. That will happen on Wednesday. No boil order. It doesn't help with lead. We'll put all this information on our website, of course, for you at clickondetroit.com. We're live in East Point tonight. Sean Lake, Local 4, back to you.
All right, Sean. Some good news at the gas pump. After weeks of increases again, looks like prices are going back down. AAA says gas price in Michigan dropped 15 cents a gallon on the last week, so now paying an average of $4.21 a gallon, still stiff, and still 40 cents more than this time last month. AAA says if demand continues to drop and oil prices slide, drivers may see prices continue to drop throughout the week.
All right, now to Decision 2022. With 21 days to go before Election Day, early voting is officially underway in the city of Detroit. And this year, the city clerk is making it easier than ever to just show up and vote. Rod Maloney is live at one of the 13 early voting centers across the country, across the city, excuse me, Rod. Rod joins us live with more. Hi, Rod. Good evening.
Yeah, hi, good evening. And, you know, Kimberly, let's go straight to a map because I want to show you, yes, there are 13 sites and they've been opened all across the city. In fact, they're mostly community centers. There's a church, there's the clerk's office, and also City Hall. But early voting in Michigan is different from what you might have heard in other places, as Wayne County Clerk Janice Winfrey explained.
In the state of Michigan right now, we do not have early voting. We only have absentee voting in person.
It is an important distinction. These voters came out today to cast their ballots as early as they could rather than stand in line on Election Day itself. The biggest difference between what they're doing and what real early voting means in other states, according to Winfrey, comes in how these ballots are treated when they're turned in.
Early voting is when you vote your ballot and run it through the tabulator so that it's counted.
Winfrey's office instead takes the Detroit ballots and holds onto them under lock and key, and then they'll get counted on Election Day. There are 2 ways to do this. Either show up, even unregistered, get registered, fill out your ballot right away, or
they can just request their ballot, take via application, take the ballot with them home, vote it in the comfort of their home, drop it off at a drop box or at the satellite they attended.
While there are 13 satellite voting sites across the city, there are 20 drop boxes, and Winfrey says they're all under video surveillance getting recorded. Detroiter Isaac Thompson actually took the day off today and wanted to get his ballot in early, so he ventured to the Wayne Community College East Campus.
It's very convenient. It's close.
So you like it?
Yes, I like it a lot.
Now, Jenna Winfrey's office is a news center, if you know where that is. That's the election department. They're going to offer absentee or early voting at 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. The other sites, the other dozen sites, will be open during the week 9 to 4. And then they'll open on the weekend of November 5th from 9 to 4. That's Saturday and Sunday to give you the opportunity to get in a little more conveniently at the ballot box. Back to you.
Yeah, as we said, 21 days away. That'll be here in no time. Rod, I'm wondering how many people, do they know how many people they expect to use these satellite voting centers?
Well, interestingly enough, Kimberly, they're saying 150,000 voters will vote. About 40 to 50% of that should be absentee. But they're saying that it's very small numbers that actually come out to these sites. They figure maybe 1,500, 2,000 would be a big number. They say, but they want people to come out and use them. So if you're thinking about it and you want to have a little more convenience, this is the way to go.
Indeed. Okay. Rod, thank you. And if you want to get familiar with the issues ahead of the debate, the team at clickondetroit.com has you covered. Our voter guide is everything you need to know about the local races, voting locations, and important deadlines. It's on the elections page right now at clickondetroit.com.
President Biden formally launches the federal application for student loan forgiveness in August. Of course, the president announced his decision to cancel up to $10,000 in student loan debt for people making less than $125,000 a year. A beta version of the website was launched on Friday, and 8 million Americans filled out applications over the weekend.
As millions of people fill out the application, we're going to make sure the system continues to work as smoothly as possible, so that we can deliver student loan relief for millions of Americans as quickly and as efficiently as possible.
The website is officially up and running, and you can find a link right now on the homepage of clickondetroit.com. So off and running on this Monday.
Let's check in with Hank.